Danielle Adorno.
Hi, I'm Danielle Adorno. Both my husband and I, Jonathan, attended the culinary program at the Art Institute of New York between 2007 and 2008. Combined, we owe over $50,000. When my husband and I both decided we were ready to expand our education, we started to search colleges and were aggressively targeted by a ton of ads for the Art Institute. You could not click a Google page and not find the Art Institute anywhere. They have their hands in everything. Their advertising is so strong. There was little to no information on AI. Back then, as there is now. After requesting a brochure, we were bombarded by calls almost immediately. We would get about 3 to 4 phone calls a day, constantly. We didn't have time to talk. They'd call us back in 5 minutes and wait. We were told education would enrich our lives by our admissions advisor. She used words like diploma, which was a certificate, accreditation, saying they were the only trade school accredited, saying that their credits were transferable, and they were the only trade school who had transferable credits. They said high starting salaries, upwards of $40K for a pastry chef. That's not true. You start from the bottom, and you make maybe half if you're lucky. I'd be lucky if I could get a job above minimum wage. Just to say I have never helped
This
out.
phone's gonna die. I don't know if someone else wants to take over.
She told me it only cost me $26,652 for 9 months. She made it sound inexpensive and trivial. We were told we would have no problem getting a job because the placement rates were above 90%.
Good job, lady.
I just want to state that McDonald's burger, living on burger, is not a chef meal. That's not true. We were told we would have tons of educational opportunities, like traveling abroad to study, going to Europe, competitions, and help from career services, including job placement and fighting for fair wages. After going in, the whole process felt rushed. They insisted the school would change my life. It certainly did. Within the first month of our attending, we found out the program was shutting down. We weren't given any options, just assured that our education quality and opportunities would remain the same. Immediately after the news, more than half of the faculty left, including the head of the culinary department. It was after seeing the faculty disperse and the students dwindle that I began to feel like something was amiss. I didn't feel confident in what I was learning. Oftentimes, after receiving basic instructions and small demos, the teachers would go work on their own personal projects, like funding their own catering through the cost of our tuition. We paid for food. The chefs were using the money that we paid for to fund their own personal businesses. Let's see. My husband and I both completed our programs, and to this day, he still hasn't received his diploma. He's requested his diploma about 3 to 4 times, constantly through email, through phone calls, going in person. Never got it. Months passed and I couldn't find a job in my field. Suddenly my grace period was up, and within the first year I would log in and find my loans being broken down and sold to other lenders without any notification. I wasn't aware they could do that. I lost track of who to pay. I also discovered I had not only a federal loan, but a private loan. Me doing my due diligence, I was only making payments to one lender, not knowing I had 2. I was distraught and overwhelmed. My starting pay at my job was $10 an hour. Again, not in my field. Costs in New York are very expensive. So I had $10 to still find a way to make rent, pay bills, decide whether I should pay my student loans or go hungry. I chose my loans because I wanted to preserve my credit. A lot of us can't afford to go back to school at this point. I have $26,000 in debt. I now have a son. I can't afford to take out more money to try to support him. My husband can't afford it. My husband's doing a high labor, high-risk job, busting his butt, constantly over 40 hours a week. And what does he have to show for it? No diploma, a bad back, pulled tendons, damaged wrist, and what did it amount to? Nothing. We got absolutely nothing. I'm so happy that EDFC is sitting on my money. I'm so happy that the cost of my education and my life, that they're sitting pretty. Because now my husband and I are in poverty trying to raise our son. And we either had him now or we didn't have him ever. I have to put my life on hold. My husband has to put his life on hold. We'll never have a car. We'll never have a house. And the fact is, we deserve class-wide debt discharge. There's absolutely no reason. Fraud is fraud. If you steal a penny, you're still stealing. And this is unacceptable.